Before the panel starts, so I will try to stay on the stage and not fall off of it again. Welcome to the Minecraft team panel. We're really excited to be here. I'm so overwhelmed that all of you are here. It's incredible. But first, let me do some introductions. I am Lydia Winters. I'm Mojang's Director of Fun, which means, for those of you who don't know, since no one knows, I work on a lot of the PR and work directly with the community. So I'll let the guys introduce themselves. We're going to do very, very brief introductions because throughout the presentation you're going to be learning more about each of them. So we want to keep it really simple at the beginning. So.
Hi. I'm Jens Bergsten, I'm known as Jet. I'm the current lead developer of Minecraft.
I'm Nathan Adams, known as Jennifer, and I'm just a normal developer of Minecraft for on finance.
Right, I'm Erik Bruce, also known as Grum, and I'm also a normal developer of Minecraft, but without a hat today.
I'm Warren Liu. I'm a developer at Mojang. I'm known as Evil Seth, and I currently work on Minecraft.
So basically today we wanted to take you through the story of the time since Notch stepped down as lead developer and kind of give you some background and really let you get to know the new team because the things that they're working on are amazing and we want you guys to get to know them. So first of all, we're going to start with Jens. So last year at Minecon, after Minecon, you became the lead developer. So how did that change the kind of daily workings of Minecraft?
Well, first of all, I knew for a fairly long time that I was going to become the lead developer at Minecon. So I had quite loose hands, or we call it, when I worked together with Notch. So I got to do my own decisions and such. So the actual change for me becoming the lead it didn't really change the way I work, but the main difference in the beginning was that suddenly we were only one person on the project. So that's when we started looking for people to cooperate with, especially looking in the community, and also looking for someone that could assist me more or less with the development of Minecraft.
Okay, so did someone start assisting you right away? Did you find someone? Or, I mean, I know the answers to these just so you guys know.
Well,
but for the sake of conversation.
Yeah, I don't know who at the office knew this guy, Jon Kågström, who was an AI specialist, and he's now working on scrolls, but he helped a lot with mobs in Minecraft, and that was really, it added a lot of energy to working on Minecraft when you have someone on a daily basis that you could talk ideas with.
Yeah, you worked a lot on making it so that the zombies and everything terrifying like really come after you, right?
Yeah.
Too bad he's not here for all of you to thank him so much. But so then there's the bucket team, right? So how did that introduction start?
Well, we were looking for people. Actually, it all started with that we wanted to do a mod API, and we've been talking about this for almost 2 years now, it feels like. And we thought that it would be a good idea to bring people from the community that already was working with modding and had good experience of Minecraft. And we talked to a couple of different modding teams, but decided to go forward with the bucket team, mainly because they were like they had a good organization, and it was an entity that we kind of could sign deals with, since most of the modding community teams were loosely based individuals that we couldn't really have like a formal agreement with. And also, at that moment in time, we were also looking for people that had good knowledge of the Minecraft server, and Bucket was mainly the server focused.
So, now I'm going to have the guys tell you what the Bucket team was, and so you can get a feel for why we decided to bring them in. So do I just get to pick one of you, or... Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we decided to start up a hobby project that allowed us to extend what is possible with Minecraft servers, to give server admins the tools they needed to protect their server against griefing and protect their server against people just causing problems. And so we started up the Bucket project, which is essentially a set of tools that we give developers to make plugins for servers to use. And so we had 4 developers that were part of Bucket, and we essentially just really wanted to take the sandbox environment of Minecraft and just make it so much easier to use to run a server. And so that's basically what Bucket is. It's just a Minecraft server mod that lets you do more things with the Minecraft server.
When did you guys start on that project? Who came up with this idea of like, hey, let's 4 of us from around the world, let's make this team?
Okay, so we were initially part of another mod called HMod, but Dinnerbone and I decided to start up our own project, so we had more control over the project, and we had more freedom to improve upon the project, make it easier to update, easier to maintain, and better performance for everyone else. And so we started the project in January of 2010. Oh yeah. It was January the 1st of 2010. Yeah. Wow, it's been a long time. And we've been keeping up with the Minecraft updates and making sure that everyone could use our project.
So how did you guys connect? You knew each other from before, just online, Minecraft forum, how?
The HMod project was about to just disappear, and so a lot of people were using that. The community, the Minecraft community, really relied on that project. So we tried our best to keep it alive, and we just kind of sent out a message to see if there's anyone interested in helping us with keeping alive the HMod project. And Dinnerbone was there, and then Grun came along, and Talk also. We just met up in an IRC channel and decided to just work on the project together. It was just like-minded individuals really passionate about Minecraft, and we just came together and it just worked.
Okay, so Jens, you heard about them just through the community. How did you start the process of interviewing people to, okay, we want to bring this aspect in?
Well, this is kind of a long time ago now, but it was probably through the Espernet IRC, just talking with people. Sorry? No. So that's how I found these different teams and such.
And then what made us decide, I guess, we really want this team to be part of Mojang?
Well, as I said before, they have a good experience, and they also have they had a formal team with their own. It was clear who was doing what in the team and such.
And when did you approach them? You guys, who approached who to start out?
Well, when we first started the Bucket project, we reached out to Mojang to make sure that they knew about us, and we also wanted to sort out a licensing issue and stuff. But then we just kept on we kept in contact, we kept working together. The Bucket project kept submitting security patches and stuff and improvements in Minecraft wherever we found them. Because we looked through the code a lot. And then we went to Minecon, and we had a secret meeting with quite a few of the Mojangsters. It was quite unnerving, actually. We weren't told about it in advance. It just was dropped on top of us, and so we were led to this. Yeah, pretty much. They led us to one of these hidden rooms, and we had this meeting, and then they just discussed what we could help them with and what we each worked on, and then they decided to fly us to Sweden and talk to us.
So Eric, how did you feel? Like all of a sudden this is this project you've been doing kind of as a labor of love type thing, like I'm really passionate about this, and then Mojang saying like, hey, why don't you guys come to Sweden and let's talk more about it? Like, what goes through your mind at that point?
That was really cool. We really never expected that, or we always hoped that we would somehow get a closer contact with Mojang at the time, because we're all passionate about the game. We really want to make sure that we could help and we could improve on it. So yeah, we're really happy when they contacted us. So we actually got flown to Sweden, and we stayed there over the weekend, I think. And they all, and I think Carl and Jens were in for the weekend as well. That was awesome. And we had a lot of talks, and yeah, that ended up in us getting hired.
Yeah, it was a 13-hour flight for 1.5 days. It was great.
So Nathan has just moved over pretty recently to Stockholm. So do you want to tell them about now you're in the office? How does that feel?
It is so much different than working from home. I mean, it's just much more relaxing, and the atmosphere in the office is just so fantastic. I mean, obviously you now have hours, which sucks, right? Everyone sucks. But it's so freeing over there, and it's just it feels like a completely different job, even though I've spent enough time like working from home from Mojang, working in the office from Mojang. But I love it though, it's really fun.
Well, I'm starting to suspect that Nathan may be a machine, just so you know.
Yes.
He arrives in the morning and then codes, takes no breaks, no lunch break or anything, and then he leaves. Then he comes back the next day.
Just for the record, I do read it, but apparently that's in my job description now.
That is totally true. He takes no breaks, no pinball, nothing. So now that we kind of have the background story, why don't we go through and each of you tell like what you're currently working on, so that everyone in the audience can know. Okay, follow this person on Twitter so you can find out about what's going on with this aspect of Minecraft. So Jens, we can start with you. Go down the line.
Okay. Currently, Nathan and I are working much on content features for Minecraft. We're aiming for 1.4 around Halloween or so. Nathan can tell a lot more about the features we're adding, but we kind of have a... I'm foreshadowing stuff now, but we kind of have something in the works that will help us do the modding API, and Nathan and I can't really do anything on the mod API, so we focus on filling the game with good features.
As Ian says, I'm mostly working with him at the moment on the 1.4 update. The kind of stuff that we're doing right now, I think, mostly is polish on existing features as well as adding just new ones, which I feel that are very minor features that usually would get overlooked, but they do add a new dimension into the game, and to some people, they've been requesting these for years, so I hope that they enjoy it. Initially, we started thinking 1.4 would be some kind of decoration update. Then we realized it might be around Halloween, so we decided to put a scary update. I'm suggesting here and now that we name the 1.4 update the Pretty scary update.
I agree. I've been mostly focusing on an initiative we started to complete the automated build process, which was something that kind of lacked. That has been done in the first week, I think. Currently, I'm working with a group of 3 people from the community to redo the whole renderer. So we're basically sort of redoing the whole client from the inside out, and it will give us much more power over it and make it easier for you guys to, in the end, use it through the API. And be able to add models, textures, animations, all those things that are currently really hard to do. And hopefully also improve the performance, because right now we're still using, we coded it for really old systems, and that makes it perform relatively bad on newer systems. And we hope to be able to improve that. So far it's looking good, so that's what I'm mostly busy with. I'm also there are some missing features in the launcher that we kind of want to remedy. One of them is the biggest one that's annoying for us, but we can't really update it. So if we want to do a visual change, we have to push out a whole new launcher, which is not really convenient because it makes everyone re-download it. And we hope to be able to improve it so it will all update itself from the inside out. And we can also add some missing features. So you can, for example, easily start a snapshot without having to actually drop files in the game directory, which is really annoying and inconvenient to do.
Thank you.
Alright, I'm working on the issue tracker for a proper bug tracker for Mojang. So it will replace the wiki where we currently try to track bugs. And so we're going to start with launching a Pocket Edition issue tracker so that you guys can stop spamming them on Twitter about bugs. And then we will launch a Minecraft API issue tracker so that we can collect feedback from the community on what they think they need in the Minecraft API. And after that, we'll learn from the launch of those 2 things and make sure that we're ready for the bigger launch of the actual big bug tracker for Minecraft itself. And alongside of that, I'm also spearheading the efforts on our end to work closely with the developers in the Minecraft community so that we build the best Minecraft API that we possibly can for everyone. I believe that's all I'm working on.
Only that stuff. Seriously. So the kind of common theme that I see is, for me personally too, is being hired from the community. So maybe Jens and Eric, because you've been working with volunteers too, can kind of talk about what that's like. Why are we using the community to kind of crowdsource some of these ideas? Why are we? Because they're awesome.
There's actually really a lot of talent in the community, and not all of the talent can be easily used. For example, the people I found to be able to help on the renderer, you really need to be able to code on a Minecraft project. So right now, that's what they actually do. And it's really hard to fully benefit the community if you can't actually pull them into doing the actual work. So I'm really happy that I was actually allowed to do so. I was really surprised when I suggested it. They said, "Oh yeah, let's do it." So I hope good stuff will come from it, and I hope we can keep on doing it as well. It gives new and fresh ideas because they have different experiences, and so far it seems to work out really nice. And help we're also from the community, so keep doing it.
Jens, you don't want to answer that question.
I didn't really understand. Sorry. But of course we are looking for people that are very talented, and there are a lot of talent in the Minecraft community, and also it helps a lot that they are so familiar with the game already before this started.
So how does it feel for you guys to kind of get instant feedback on everything you do within the game? Probably mostly via Twitter, but also Facebook and any other thing. Like how do you kind of go through the process, especially maybe Nathan can take this one, of like looking at all these ideas and thinking about which ones to implement?
The ideas that I'm looking for right now that I take from the community, as I said earlier, they're usually small ideas which I think won't affect the game too much, but are things that are very nice to have, and to some people they can change the game into something completely drastically different.
Like I do friends.
Yes, like usually we don't go for ideas that are, overhaul the enchantment system or just change the monsters to dance all the time. And as well as taking input on the stuff that we've already done, the snapshot system is a huge help to get feedback on what we're working on right now. Generally, or the way I do things, I can't speak for VMs, is I'll add something and then see how the community thinks of it, and then I'll start tweaking it later. So the first version of something that will appear in the snapshot is never going to be the final version. It's always going to be, hey community, we're going to add this, how do you think it should work? And this working out so well so far.
For those who aren't familiar, can you kind of go over the snapshot process? Or anyone?
Yeah, I think well, the snapshot thing, it actually started with beta 1.8, is that right? Because we realized that every time we made an update, we had to do a really quick patch, patch. So we put like a pre-release available for what we thought was hardcore users, and since that helped us a lot, we started doing that for most of the releases after that, and this turned into the weekly snapshots, which are like the current state of Minecraft. And they help us a lot because we get feedback on things that we were working on, and we get to bug reports, things that we have overlooked. And also it shows people that we are actually having stuff for the future.
So this is a really big, loaded question. What's the future of Minecraft? What are we doing from here?
All eyes on you.
Anyone can answer, or all of you can.
We kind of don't plan very far into the future, but our main objectives are like we really need to get the modding API in place, because we are starting to touch really edge features now, I think, and certain things are for people who are very focused on a certain kind of game type, and those things can possibly work better as a mod instead of us adding it for everyone. I think everybody has an idea of what Minecraft should be, and we should offer people to adjust the game to suit them. You want to add anything?
Tell us features, Nathan.
Alright. We got 1.4, the pretty scary update.
Recently named.
Yeah, that's
Okay, cool. I got to name something. We aren't really planning much for 1.5 yet, but we do have, although we don't really plan much for the future in terms of like future updates and stuff, we do have these side projects that are going on at the same time, which are kind of like long-term goals that we really want done, and we're putting a lot of effort into it. I think Eric and Warren certainly the best to speak about those, such as we've got the rendering system rewrites that's going on right now.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple of months at least. I think
Yeah.
we're now a month and a half in or so, and it's going to take at least that and possibly a bit longer, depending on what's for one form.
We've also got the API, which I'm sure some people have heard of. We're trying not to pinpoint that to a specific date or an update or anything like that, because it's just going to come in stages, and we're just working on it as we can. But it's a huge task that
we need to do it right.
Yeah, we don't want to rush it.
basically, if we make any mistake in that, we can't really easily fix it in the future. So we're just taking our time with that, and sometime in the future.
Yeah. I mean, on that, I'll be organizing more Minecraft API related meetings with the community once we have our Jira, our issue tracker up, so that we can easily track the different topics that we need to cover. Then we can have topical meetings, and it will be more organized than the first one that we had.
Cool. So now I've come up with surprise questions for you guys. We went over all the other ones. So what is your favorite feature in Minecraft? Yes, go.
I actually get this question quite often, and I never remember what I so it becomes really tricky, because I know sometimes somebody's going to put together like a collage. Or, I suppose the pistons are really, really cool. They add such a good element to the game. And,
Oh, yes.
it's not only an idea from the community, we also got a lot of help with the implementation. So, yeah, so that's it.
For me, it's not so much a feature of Minecraft, it's more one of the ideals, is that I absolutely love how sandboxy it is, but at the same time, you still have all these goals to strive for, and you can still have all these things, all these targets that you set yourself. So you never really feel like, okay, I've got this huge world, what do I do with it? I just love how everyone has their own playstyle in this game, and some people focus on PvPing, some people focus on just making these cool computers in Minecraft, and others focus on like just making awesome castles and look pretty. So that is my favorite thing. It's just that everyone has their own take on how to play the game.
My favorite thing is to actually release it. I really love the item frames. It is so simple, but it adds so much dimension to the game.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, you can do all the things that we miss. Just making a simple sign, from putting up a whole map on the wall of the world. That's just really awesome.
I'm not really sure about a particular feature, but I really do like that with Minecraft, the sky really is the limit. Actually, that's not even true. You can do whatever you want. If you get bored of the game, you just go find an adventure map or a mod, and you got a whole new game. And that's what I just love about Minecraft, is just how flexible and customizable it is. And I think I'm cheating because that's not really a feature, but that's my answer. So.
Although he said the sky is a limit, that's not really true. The sky actually is a limit. There's only so many blocks.
Okay, so this question is going to go in the opposite order, so again, this doesn't always have to answer first. Warren, are you an adventurer or builder, and why?
I mean, honestly, I don't really know how to play Minecraft properly, because I've spent most of my Minecraft life with Bucket. It's the project I started, and I use it all the time. I just /give myself items, and I'm in creative mode, so I just build whatever I feel like building. So yeah, builder, I guess.
Okay, builder. Eric?
I think I prefer prefer the adventure side, even though I suck at it completely. Which someone might have seen in the stream with the waking up map. That was slightly shameful. Meanwhile, I improved, so I want to do it again.
I can understand that.
For me, I'm an adventurer. Not so much epic journeys into dungeons and stuff, because I never like find them. But I just like to set up outposts everywhere and then just go see what's on that horizon and so on. It's just fun to see the generation, and it's always a new game.
I think I'm also an adventurer. The only thing is that when I started playing Minecraft, I played it as a player, so everything was new to me. And that's not really true anymore. So when I see stuff, it's no longer like, wow, I found this. It's more like, yeah, it should look like that.
I'll tell you what, I like a bunch of stuff, and I won't tell you.
Yeah.
You have a holiday upcoming, right? Hey?
Yeah. So I suppose I've turned into somewhat of a builder / socializer. So I think it's fun to jump on servers and then I just stand there and shout.
We now have a new category. Are you an adventurer, a builder, or a socializer? Perfect. So how would someone who wanted to tell you a really great idea tell them to you? Well, what ways do you appreciate people giving you ideas, and what ways do you maybe, this is a way you shouldn't give someone an idea? Tell everyone out there, so they kind of, if they have this thing that they thought of.
Well, if it's really big, don't do it via Twitter, because then you need so many messages.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot.
Should we use your email address?
No, I think
I did LYD.
Well, I just want to say that the main thing about ideas from the community is that we appreciate them, but most of the time we only add them when we are actually looking for them. Because most of the time we are really busy, and then we reach a point where, okay, I'm not so busy this time, what should I do? Then it's awesome to have like a bunch of ideas to look at. And that's why Reddit is good, because you can always search for ideas.
I would personally suggest Reddit or Minecraft forums instead of spamming us. Not that I don't like being spammed.
Didn't burn that? Oh.
Gonna burn the AOL.com. It works, guys. There's two aspects to why I think places like forums or Reddit is a great idea for suggestions. You got the initial one that we can just come to it whenever we got free moments, and then suddenly there's a huge list of really cool ideas. But there's also the second idea, or second part of this, where other people for the community can also see your idea, and they can think of ways to make it even better, or how to improve it into a much bigger idea than you initially thought. And so then you get suggestions on your suggestions, and it just works together. And yeah, so no more Twitter.
And if you decide to send us an email, don't put the subject line Minecraft. Get that.
So, we're going to do a couple things. We're about halfway through the panel. Halfway, Eric. Halfway. We were taking bets on how long the first part would take, so I had to draw it out a little bit so that I would win. We discussed the panel for like an hour and a half, and then Eric said this will take 15 minutes to talk about. But before I actually got something out of the bet, he realized that since I was moderating, I could pretty much draw it out as long as I wanted. But okay, so first of all, some quick information, because I will probably forget unless I tell you now. We have a booth an awesome booth, the Museum of Mojang, and it is, who has been there? Anyone? Okay. Wait, who hasn't been there? Okay. We'll let you stay. Promise to go in there. Yeah, but we're located on the 6th floor. We're all hanging around at the booths. We really wanted to have a community booth that people could come up, hang out as much as they want, and talk to us. So we're all there. If you guys want to come, well, we probably won't be there today because we're here.